And we're live. And we're live here on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm looking to see if I'm live on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, whenever I broadcast, I'm live on both at the same time. On Facebook. Yep.
Facebook.
Yeah, see, we're on Facebook. So whenever I broadcast, I'm on YouTube and both of my Facebook pages at the same time. So welcome to everybody, and welcome to anybody who's watching on Facebook. I don't even know if I can see that. But anyway, let me give recognition to those who are here. Nigel was in here first about an hour ago, and Renz was a few minutes after that. And happy Independence Day to Renz, and also happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the missus.
Okay, well, let's do it, Stevie. But happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's the Stevie Wonder version. After Renz was Brian, and then Eleanor got in here, although the way she's been working the last couple of days, I don't know how she's in here. And here's Crystal. Welcome, Crystal. Glad to have you. Crystal, you got here early today.
Yeah, she usually comes by the middle, doesn't she?
Yeah, a little later, but I'm very happy that she's in now. You know, I was out in Middle Tennessee picking up a car for Enterprise today, and I suspect I was very close to Lady Red because I know she's out there somewhere, and I was going to text her this because I know she works in a cricket store out there, and it's somewhere closer to Nashville. And I was going to text her to go by and say hello if she was working, and I was close, but turns out my GPS wasn't working, and we were way out in the country, and I had no signal, so I had to follow the other guy who had Verizon to get out of there, to get back to the main highway. So, and let's see.
Yeah, funny enough, I've been having that issue with visible Verizon. Every time I'm up there, like my phone just gets useless.
Okay. Yeah.
That reminds me, I gotta post that tweet of me complaining.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. So I hope everybody's had a good week. And here it's been humid and in the 80s, and it's been threatening rain every day. But Monday and Tuesday, I rode bicycle and didn't get wet on Monday at all. And Tuesday, I rode 10 miles and kind of chickened out, figured I was tempting the rain too much. So, but we haven't got as much rain as I would have thought, considering how threatening it's been. So I've had a good week. I had a nice long drive today. Of course, you know I love that. And Ted, I think, had a good week, but I never get a straight answer from him when I ask him that. Yeah, I always ask Ted, "Do you have a good week?" I always get back something like, "I think so."
Yeah. I had an interesting week. I ordered a Mac Mini. I sold my PC and I'm selling my MacBook Pro 2015 tomorrow. So some changes. All that's left now is to upgrade the monitor.
Okay, so you ordered the Mac Mini M1.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage. I was this close to getting the gigabit Ethernet port, but I was like, nah, I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm not going to get an NAS or something.
Well, congratulations on selling and buying.
Capitalism.
Now he sold his computer that he upgraded, and last week he was using that for a broadcast, and I was telling him how good it is. So of course he had to sell it because I said
it's the Google way, George.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true. You're right in sync with Google. That's for sure. All right, going on to the first story, and I'm going to share this. I'm sharing here. So I thought, it being that week, I probably should share WWDC. Now, I got this from The Verge, and of course, it's in the show notes are in the description, and they're also on YouTube and Twitter. But I think I got this after the second day is when they wrote this, and I believe it actually ended today. So this is as far as I got. But this is a very high-level explanation of the 15 biggest announcements. So catch up on the news from Apple's Big Developer Conference by Jay Peters. And this video, if you watch this video, it's pretty good. You get the whole thing in 23 minutes, and it does kind of go over everything. So those of you who are interested, just click on the show notes and watch it. Okay. Apple just wrapped up its WWDC 2021 keynote,
George.
and it was jam-packed with what? What
You
happened?
should probably tell them where they should get the short notes.
I told them, you didn't hear me. I said the show notes are in the description, and they're on Twitter, and they're on Facebook on my notifications.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't mention the website, but your website's probably in the description.
Yes. But see, you hang out with old folks too much. You didn't even hear me say that. That's sad.
I heard you say it. Funny enough, that's a funny thing.
Okay. All right. It was jam-packed with news and announcements, including our first looks at iOS 15, the new Mac OS Monterey, big improvements to FaceTime, and more. Live blog has moment-by-moment commentary, blah, blah, blah. But if you just want to know the big ticket items from the show, we've got you covered right here. So first one, iOS 15 brings big improvements to FaceTime, updates to notifications, and more. Apple announced iOS 15, which brings improvements to FaceTime, such as spatial audio. I just did some reading up on that. A new Share Play feature that lets you share media with people on FaceTime virtually. Updates to messages, a new look for notifications, the ability to set different focus statuses, updates to memories and photos, a redesign to the weather app, and much more. Apple is building video and music sharing into FaceTime. Interesting. Apple's new Share Play feature will let you watch or listen to content with others virtually. Apple is also introducing a Share Play API so that other developers can build apps that support the feature. Apple is going to use AI to read all the text in your photos. This one I thought was pretty cool. Apple's new Live Text will digitize your text in your photos, which can let you copy and paste text from a photo, for example, or call a phone number that's in a photo. That is really cool, I think. Apple says it uses on-device intelligence for the feature. You'll soon be able to use your iPhone as your ID at the airport. Apple's wallet will soon let you store your ID in a digital form in participating U.S. states, so I guess that's not even in every state in the U.S., which you'll then use as identification in U.S. airports. iPad OS 15 lets you drop widgets on the home screen and brings changes to multitasking. So it'll be like the phone. This is good. With iPad OS 15, Apple will let you add widgets to the home screen and access to the app library, which debuted last year on the iPhone with iOS 14. Apple is also introducing improvements to multitasking with new controls that make it easier to manage your apps, and you'll be able to build apps with Swift playgrounds. Apple adds welcome privacy features to Mail and Safari. Apple announced a new privacy-focused features at WWDC, including that Apple Mail will block tracking pixels with Mail privacy protection, and that Safari will hide IPs. Apple is also introducing a new section in settings called App Privacy Report. I like the fact that it'll hide IPs. I think that's pretty good. Siri will finally work without an internet connection with on-device speech recognition. Apple will let Siri process voice requests on device, meaning audio won't be sent over the web, and Siri can accept many requests while offline. I like that too. Let's users see family members' health data. Apple is introducing a number of new health-focused features, such as the ability to share health data with your families and with your healthcare providers. That's something I'll probably never use because my health is always perfect. Apple is making some new changes to AirPods, such as making it easier to find them on the Find My network and the ability to announce your notifications. That's very good, I think. Now, of course, none of this is available yet, right?
No, I think the beta though is.
Yes, and I didn't go on the beta on my iPhone or my iPad. I have the beta on my Pixel 4, the Pixel 4a though. All right, Apple's cloud is getting a new private relay service and the ability to create burner emails called Hide My Email. I think that's kind of cool. These will be part of a new iCloud Plus subscription, which will be offered at no additional price to current iCloud paid users. And watchOS with new health features.
People have been getting that free on Android for years.
Which one?
The Hide My Email.
Oh, okay.
Well, they just create a fake email.
Well, I mean, it's cool for people who need that. I don't see myself ever using it. I just think it's kind of cool. Apple's upcoming watchOS 8 has new health features, including, check this out, a mindfulness app. I don't even know what that means. Improvements to the photos, watch face, and more. And I think the health features that Apple offers, especially on the watch, are very, very cool. They don't do me much good because I'm so freaking healthy, though. Oh, you know what my watch? You know how the watch does, has saved people in the past when they've fallen and that kind of stuff. Yep. Well, I found out when I'm riding my bike, there's a couple of places where, 8 or 9 places in the park where I ride over railroad tracks, and I found out a couple of times already. If I hit a bump really hard, my watch right away tells me I've been hurt, and I'm like, I wish they'd put something on there to say. So I could respond back, say, no, I'm not hurt. I just hit a bump or something. But that's happened to me twice already. At least I didn't call the ambulance or something. So that's good. Okay, Siri is coming to third-party accessories. Apple will let third-party accessory makers add Siri to their devices. That, I think, is a very good thing. Apple announced during WWDC. The company showed it on an Ecobee thermostat in its presentation. Mac OS Monterey lets you use the same cursor and keyboard across Macs and iPads. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I hope it does it on the Mac Mini because they didn't show it on the Mac Mini, but hopefully it does it.
Yeah, I watched the video on it from one of the guys at The Verge, and it looks very, very cool, but I don't have a Mac at the moment. Apple's next big Mac OS release is called Monterey. One big new feature is the ability to use the same mouse and keyboard across your Mac and your iPad. Apple's Shortcuts app is also coming to the Mac, and Monterey adds improvements to FaceTime, SharePlay, and Apple's new Focus statuses that are coming to Apple's other software platforms. Anyway, I think that's a very, very cool feature. Apple redesigned Safari on the Mac with a new tab design and tab groups. Apple is redesigning Safari with a new look for tabs and tab groups. And on iOS, the tab bar will be at the bottom of the screen to be an easier reach of your thumb. I think that's a good idea. Web extensions are also coming to iOS and iPadOS. Apple is bringing TestFlow.
That's useful.
Yeah, it's just like extensions, yeah. I mean, while I'm reading this, I'm thinking it's amazing how much Google and Apple copy from each other. Bringing TestFlight to the Mac to help developers test their apps. Apple announced that it will let developers use TestFlight to test their apps on the Mac. I think that's pretty cool. The company also announced Xcode Cloud, which lets you test your apps across all Apple devices on the cloud. So yeah, in the developer comments, I think they did really well. So, like I said, this article was just kind of the highlights. But if you guys want to go to robogeezer.wordpress.com and click on the top one, which is this week's show notes, and it'll be the first story. And The Verge does have a lot of coverage on WWDC. So I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought a lot of the stuff they added was cool.
Did you know?
Sherry and Will is in here. Yo, Will, you should come in and talk to us. I think you'd be excited with WWDC. Anyway, you've got the link if you want to join us.
Yeah, I know Will is so happy, and I can speak for Will since he's not here. I can speak for Will that, FaceTime technically has come on Android, right? Isn't that great, George?
Has it technically come on Android?
Yeah, if somebody gives you the link for FaceTime, you can go on an Android phone or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All that's left now is just, the app, and we're right there.
All right, Will, he's putting words in your mouth, so
I think that's mighty convenient. Mm-hmm.
I agree. We need to try it. But
true.
Again, it's not released yet, is it?
No,
See?
I think it's in the beta.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's in the beta, actually, that
Yeah.
feature, or is it going to come on before?
Renz wants the 4 horsemen. You see that? Of course, Mike put out a tweet today or yesterday that he's not watching much tech stuff at all. He's watching other stuff. So I don't have much hope that we'll see Mike anytime soon.
Well, Mike probably watch the Logan Paul and Mayweather fight.
It could be. Oh, and we have Keystone 291 flagship devices. Glad to have you here. I think this is probably your first time here, or at least the old man doesn't remember if you were here before. Anyway, very happy to have you here. And
I don't remember.
And here's days 1. You need beta 15 for the new FaceTime link. Okay, that makes sense.
So you didn't.
So you were right. Okay.
All right. I wasn't even sure if it was in the beta, but
yeah, good point, Will. Yes, we definitely need a bat signal or something from Mike. That's for sure. That's right. That's the only way you're going to get the Joker, I guess. And Nigel has a question for the live stream. So before we go on to it, go ahead and ask it, Nigel. Okay. All right. So Renz is saying, "Oh well, 3 Musketeers for now." So Renz is accepting you as being here, even though
you're. But what was missing from WWDC?
Go ahead.
Like more iPad stuff. Like we didn't get a calculator, but they gave this half-assed thing to test apps on the iPad. So very nice of them.
Well, it is a developer conference, not a public.
So developers don't need calculators? Okay, must be. I never needed a calculator.
I would think developers probably have plenty of. I think what they gave them was pretty good. Just the fact that you can test everything across Apple devices too.
Or how about a Files app where you can see a progress bar when you're copying a file?
Yeah, that I think would be helpful, and probably developers would like that too. Will is asking me, am I buying the Pixel Fold? No, but if the rumors, I think I had that story further down. Yeah, if the rumors are right about both folds being a little cheaper, I could tempt myself into the flip, but we'll see. We've got to find out if those rumors are true. So no, I'm not spending money for a Pixel Fold. Will, you should buy me one. Donate something to the older generation. Days 1 is saying, what I don't get is why you need OS update to get an app feature like Link to FaceTime. Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd need an OS update for that, but
they just got to save it all on one thing to make it look like they did something for WWDC.
Or maybe there was some code in the system already to stop you from sending out links to FaceTime. I don't know.
They could have just they could just updated the app itself, but they're just like, you know what? Let's just save all this.
Oh, is this your question, Nigel? I mean, come on. Crapple or Huawei GU? Well, I guess since I'm in America right now, I guess I'm going to have to say Apple because it doesn't do me much good to have Huawei stuff as great as their stuff is because I can't get any Google stuff on it unless I go through all these rigmarole that you went through to get Google on yours, but I'm not going to go through that.
Why don't you go ahead and show my comment after that one? The one with the flags. You see it.
One with the, I don't see it. How far? Whose is it below?
It's 7:14 at the time.
Oh, that's way back. Okay, 7:14. 7:14 or 8:14?
8:14.
Oh, 8:14 my time. I'm sorry.
Okay. My bad.
Okay. That's the exact thing I would say about Huawei on the USA. What's the exact thing? Oh. Okay, because I had missed this. Nigel had said Crapple can't even compete against Huawei, and he responded with this. Okay. But yeah, Nigel, I would probably pick Huawei if I could get Google services in America, but I can't. So
what did you think about did you see the interviews Craig Federighi did about he did it with select YouTubers, I realized.
No, I didn't see it. What was it about?
Just him about the WWDC updates.
Okay. And was it positive or negative or what?
It was really nothing. No, it was really nothing. I think, yeah, it was really nothing.
Okay.
Like I think WWDC kind of sucked for.
I think
it
to
sucked
me
for
what
the
they
iPad,
brought.
But it was great for the Mac. That's
okay.
That's
Yes,
what I
and I agree. It was great for the Mac. Yeah, I kind of
great
generally
Mac,
liked it.
Sucked for the iPad.
Okay.
Like we all kind of were expecting that, if the iPad Pro was going to get an M1 chip,
Yeah, that's true.
To whom much is given, much is tested. And I'm just like, they were like, nope. Like, hey, iPad, you got the M1 chip. So now that means iPad gets the Translate app. It gets the widget. Dab. I was like, very nice, guys. But come on, something more, please.
You're certainly really expressing your disappointment. Anyway, Days One is saying they just want to look like they were bringing something new.
None of the YouTubers asked. Or maybe, I only saw three YouTubers.
Well, you're a YouTuber. You have a YouTube channel. You can put out a video.
Federighi isn't going to come to me asking for an interview, although he did ask.
Well, I'm saying you can put out a video.
I will say Federighi was very inclusive with his choice of interviewees. So I'm happy about that part. But otherwise, Andrew Edwards talking about, hey, man, let the people know you. What's that one thing you would share on SharePlay?
Do
you know what he said? Craig answered he would share the developer notes on the Swift playground.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let me turn that question to you, George. Let the audience know you better. What's that content you would share with somebody with SharePlay?
I don't know. It's something I would have to think about. It's just not something I can get off the top of my head. What would I share with somebody on SharePlay? I have no idea. Well, since you had the idea, what would you?
Oh, that's easy. If it was right now, it'd probably be The Dark Knight, and probably be with Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Best Batman.
Oh, and before I forget, Nigel's response to me saying I can't get Google services in America. Oh, here it is. So easy to get GMS on any Huawei device. What you call easy and what I call easy may be two different things, but Renz has it. Just sideload the GMS to the Huawei phone, George. Nigel will teach you. I'm sure he will.
Change my answer.
Go ahead.
I'll probably share play Army of the Dead.
Oh, Will is here.
And
I
I
didn't
play,
even see him. Wait a minute. We got Will.
and I'll probably
What's
want to
going
share
on?
that play
What's
that
going
with
on, Ted?
what's his name?
You
Combat
hear
Bell.
Will?
Hey, Will, I see him.
What's going
I
on,
hear him.
Ted?
I can't see him.
You don't see him. You hear him. We're not
I
I
seeing
was
him.
I was waiting. I was waiting for you, George. I was back there for like 10 minutes.
I didn't even see it. But that's because Ted got me talking. Sorry about that.
They should make
So are
like
you
a bell
excited?
or something when somebody joins backstage.
They
No,
have
I'm not.
they
I'm
have
not.
they have been asked for that a few times.
Some of this stuff is okay, but the thing everybody's complaining about, like Ted is complaining, nobody told y'all that the M1 was getting the pro apps. Y'all assume that. Well, not you, but the YouTube people, because everybody's complaining that there's no pro apps, and now there's no reason to justify the M1 iPad. Nobody told you to buy the M1 iPad if you just had a 2018 or a 2020 or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean? People
Actually,
like to waste money.
when I
People
think
like to
Tim
waste
Cook,
money.
when he did, when
Apple
Tim,
didn't promise you nothing.
Well, wait a minute. Ted's got a response. Ted, come on with your response.
I think it's
Okay,
a very long, nice intro when Tim Cook went all 007 or Mission Impossible, not 007, Mission Impossible to get the M1 on the iPad Pro, and then he talked a big game about it. People are going to be like, okay, like,
Yeah, but listen,
what's the big,
people,
but
Ted,
nothing
you
happened.
know what? Ted, you never, how's it go? You never buy something based on what you think it's going to do tomorrow. So you don't
Yeah,
buy
don't
it
buy
and say it's
don't
going to
buy
come later.
today's device on tomorrow's
That's
promise. Yeah,
that's
that's how it
dumb.
goes.
Like people are like, oh, now there's no reason for me to justify it, and this iPad is trash. How's it trash? Because it doesn't do what you heard it was going to do from whatever site you went to, or just that thing called just that website that always has the stupid clickbait titles. Um, it's not Tom's. I forget what it's called, but anyway,
Tom
There's a lot of
Scott.
those.
Forbes. Like
Oh, Forbes.
Forbes. Forbes always has those titles too. Like,
Oh,
don't buy the
Forbes
iPad
magazine.
because
Okay.
of this or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
nobody told you to jump out the window and spend $1,000 if you know that your iPad 2018 model is going to get updated till probably 2025. Why would you go
Yeah.
buy a new one? It's not like
Right.
Apple's going to be like, yeah, we're going to put pro apps on the M1 model, but the other ones aren't going to do it. Apple, it's rare that Apple does something like that. So everybody
Funny enough,
complaining. It's
somebody,
just
who did
nonsense.
do that
People just
though?
want to complain.
Apple's not doing it, but developers are funny enough.
What?
Putting pro apps on the iPad Pro.
Okay.
What do you mean? Yeah, but Apple didn't make no big no, you know what I mean, no
Announcement.
big thing like everybody wanted. Now they're letting you develop apps on there or something, right? That was like their big announcement. You
Sort
can
of.
develop
It's
apps
not
on
like
the iPad.
Xcode, but you can sort of test it and
But
run
you
a
don't.
little bit of code.
But you don't need a M1 iPad to do it. Like,
Nope.
really,
You
most
don't.
of the people don't even need an iPad Pro. You just buy it because you want to have an iPad Pro.
Oh, you want a
And
USB port?
the 329 iPad, whatever, and be
Right.
fine.
And I'm kind of with Will. I had
You know what was
the
cool,
$330
Ted?
iPad, and I bought
Ted.
the iPad Pro 2020, and I'm satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Ted,
Will.
you can be mad about the event, but you can't tell me that thing they showed where the iPad was able to just get controlled by the mouse of the computer. That was hot.
Yeah, I said that was cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool. That
Was
was
that
very
even
cool.
know what it
universal
was
control?
called, but
Yeah, universal control.
something. Yeah, I was like,
It was
that right
sidecar on
there.
steroids.
People are gonna go buy iPads just so they can do it. Just so they can put it next to their computer and scroll over. I'm
I was
telling
going to
you.
say they have to have an iPad
Because you
and a
can do
Mac,
it.
though,
Because
right?
Ted, you can do it. You can do it with any iPad. So you can have a 329 iPad and scroll over. Now wait, this is what I didn't understand. When he scrolled over, right? Was
Yeah.
he able to use his keyboard as an input for the iPad from the
Ah,
MacBook.
I didn't see him do that. It was just his mouse.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to
wonder
remember the
if
video
you
I
can,
saw. I
then
think it was
niggas
just
like
the
I would
mouse.
never. If you could do that, then what's the point of buying the Magic Keyboard?
Well, that's true. That is very true. And maybe that's why you can't do it.
But
But yeah,
that
I
was
think they stole this though from Logitech Synergy. Funny enough,
I don't care where they stole it from. That was hot.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
care
was
where they
hot.
stole.
Google,
They need
It was the
steal.
hottest thing.
Google
It was
needs
the
Apple needs
hottest
to
thing in there.
listen. I always get mad because Apple doesn't really they don't never fix FaceTime. Like they showed all that great stuff and I'm like, yeah, but the problem is when you call somebody on well, at least when I call somebody on FaceTime, it always says poor connection. It doesn't matter if I'm on Wi-Fi, 5G, anything. It always comes up and says poor connection. So until they
Really?
fix that, all that stuff doesn't even matter. To me, it always does. For me, Google Duo is way better than FaceTime as far as
Yeah,
the
Duo is
connection
most
quality goes.
I agree. I agree.
Google, I mean, a Duo, I can be on airplane mode and get and get a call through. Like
Yeah,
FaceTime's been
Duo
out
is
like
definitely
10
better.
years and they haven't fixed to me the connection issues.
To me, I think yeah,
So
Duo is
Google
better.
needs to go ahead and start adding some of that stuff. Like Google needs to add whatever Apple just added, screen share and like
Well,
because
we're
right now
gonna
Apple's trying to compete
I think they
with Zoom.
do. They do that on Google Meet.
be it, but he's saying,
Google's
natively,
got too
not
many.
just on
Google's
Google
got too many
Meet.
apps, man.
Well,
Too many
that's
apps
true.
doing the same thing.
You
Too many
got
apps
about Google
doing the
Meet,
same
didn't you?
thing. Google
But
need. I
that's
mean,
Google, isn't it? That's Google all over.
Apple is smart. They got the one app that's gonna do your personal calls, and you can make it basically compete with Zoom now because you can send out a Zoom link and screen share, and that's why Apple is Apple, man.
All right,
That's
before
why
this
Apple
thing
is
scrolls
Apple.
away from me, I'm going to put Ted's comment here. He's asking you guys, what would you guys share on SharePlay with someone? So come back with the answers, guys. Let's see what you guys would say before we move
And
on.
look at Dave's comment. What is he supposed to say? Google supposedly mic. Oh shit! Delete that, Days one. No, why would you put that? Oh God! Don't give Google any ideas if I've even
Well,
thought about that. Oh God!
no, they are. They are right. Aren't they killing Duo?
Oh
Is that
no!
what you're talking about, Ted?
I didn't hear them. I didn't hear anything about them killing Duo, though.
Look at his next comment.
Yeah. They announced it like
Oh.
a year ago.
Oh God,
They
that's some
said
good.
Duo is like
But Duo's like
they're gonna
one of the
roll
best
it.
things they have.
Oh, do it
Huh?
the other way around, Google. Just do
Google's
it
one of
the
the best
other
apps
way
they have.
around. Why wouldn't
Yeah,
they
but
do it
George,
the other way around?
you remember how they killed Inbox? That's what Google does.
Well, that's true. And people did love Inbox. A lot of people did anyway.
Google just kills stuff that everybody likes. Then they'll be like, okay, thanks for joining our beta of of Google Duo. Then they'll take it and add some of the features to Meet, and then they'll kill Meet and Google. Stop! Don't even get me started. Don't even.
That does sound very Google. Days, when is this supposed to happen? All right.
I can't share an article with you in here, can I, George? Let me see. I might be able to find it. Hold on.
You can send it. You can send him the link in the chat.
Hold on.
Yeah, send him the link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it. It was an old article.
Ren's
This has
will.
been out for like a year and a half. They said it. Yeah, this was from August last year. Look, I'll send it to you.
I agree with your comment.
I think we talked about it on the thing because we were all upset.
Are you sending it?
I guess we can go to the next story.
I'm about to. Oh wait, I'm going. Yeah, I'm about to put it in the chat.
I'm trying to wait for that before I go to the next story.
All right, there you go, George.
Let me see when it shows up. Because with StreamYard, it's going to take a minute.
This works good off of the phone. This app works good on the phone. What's it called? This link.
StreamYard?
Yeah, I'm doing it right from my phone.
Yeah, they've improved
can
it a
chat
lot
and
in the
all.
last. Yeah, they've improved it a lot in the last year or so. I'm not seeing any link coming
I
through
put it in
yet.
the private chat. In the private
Okay.
chat.
It's in the private chat.
It's in a private chat. How do I get to the private chat?
You click on the chat box and then you switch to on the right, on the top right.
Good. Ted's got to teach you how to use StreamYard.
Who would have thought?
Ted, how's that thermostat?
That thermostat's good. Actually, it's thick
How's
coated.
that thermostat,
Hey,
Ted?
Google, change thermostat to eco.
Nice. There you
Change
go.
thermostat to what?
Good, actually.
That's how you got to do it.
Hey, Google, change thermostat to eco.
To eco
I am not
economy,
getting to the
saving some
private.
money.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I got it. All right, Android Central.
Okay, what else has been going on? I've been missing all the news. Android 12 is.
Right.
I didn't even come on for that. Android
I
12
like
is
it.
good. I like it.
I like it too. All right, wait. I'm going to put up your. I'm going to put up your. Do share the article you sent. Okay. There it is. Okay, there you go. You want to read it, Will? You want me to read it, or what you want to do?
I
You
can't.
read it.
Oh, well, wait.
You read
let me
it.
see.
He's on the phone.
Yeah,
George,
you
you
read it,
read
George,
it.
because I'm on the phone. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
using
Yeah,
my
George.
phone.
All right, this is on
And I-
Android Central. Google.
Go to the ad, George.
Keep in mind, you got a key word here, might. Google might be killing off Duo in favor of Meet. Google killed off Allo for messages,
George,
and now
the
Duo will
ads.
meet the
They're
same
killing
fate.
it.
George, get rid of the ads.
Oh, I forgot about that. How do I get that thing again?
On your extension,
I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Okay, there it is. All right. Google might be killing off Duo in favor of Meet. Google was set to kill off Duo, its consumer-focused video calling app, in favor of Meet. The former app had debuted with Google Allo, but had seen some success where Allo hadn't, that's for sure, granting it longevity of sorts. Now, with Meet gaining popularity, Google seemingly wants to combine its video messaging efforts into I guess it meant one, not once. 9 to 5 Google broke the news this evening. This decision is the result of Google placing its consumer communication services, Duo Messages, and Android's phone app under the leadership of G Suite. Oh, no wonder. Under Javier Soltero. After the unified team was made public in May, Soltero announced to employees that it does not make sense for Duo and Meet to coexist. Following the rise of work from home and remote learning, Google has moved aggressively to make Meet a Zoom competitor. Like Duo, it's now free for everyone to use and going after the same market. With all the focus on Meet, the new messaging chief opted to have the service become Google's one video calling service for both regular and enterprise customers. We'll see about that. Internally, this is being described as a merger of the two services that is codenamed Duet, a portmanteau. Am I saying that right? Portmanteau of Duo and Meet. We're told by sources that this new direction and the reduced interest in building a dedicated consumer service came as a surprise to the Duo team. Why do I feel like once they have the enterprise customers and that make them money, they'll be screwing the rest of us? That's my feeling. Anyway, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I guess they're going to kill it.
Yeah, they are, because it's Google.
Yeah, that's probably true. Have either of you used Google Meet at all?
yeah, I use it all the time. What was it, last fall and summer? I used it last year.
And there really is no actual paying involved?
You mean money-wise or?
Yeah, money-wise. Yeah, money.
Yeah, it's free.
For now. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Zoom is
I mean,
free.
if they're putting out something,
I never used.
if they're putting out something
Meet
for
or
business
whatever.
and personal, if the one that's not making the money, I'm thinking they're going to screw us. That's my feeling. Here, Days one is saying, Meet was good when I was
That's Google's
troubleshooting a
middle
phone
name.
and was able to send files to be used directly. Well, that's good. Here, Renz is making the ultimate comment. RAP in advance. Exactly. Exactly. Because like
Good one,
Will
Renz.
said, that's Google. That's Google all the way. You know. All right.
I'm
Ted,
surprised
you ready
Google.
for the next?
It's disappointing. Do you think? Dang, what was I gonna say? Do you think Google's gonna announce like their own whatever features to compete with what Google already had the blur background on Duo, right? You can already blur the background, I think.
You can
Yeah.
blow the background.
And they don't have like screen share or none of that. That's
Not yet.
Yeah,
Google's not
Google's not going to be able
making a
to.
good comment. Google might Android and go with Fuchsia OS. Yeah, I wrote an article about that last Sunday. If I included it in the
Fuchsia's
notes.
already out though, right?
Fuchsia is out
already
only,
out
but only on the hub devices, no place else yet. And I haven't received it yet on my hub.
Jerry from are you in the trial, George? You got to be like in the thing. I forget what it's called. Yeah. That's why. Jerry from Android Central doesn't think that they're gonna replace Android. He was like probably for like 10 years. He said because it would be like a lot for them. You know what I mean?
Yes, right. I heard the podcast too.
Yeah.
And see, my feeling is 3 or 4 years down the road, they might. But like he said, they're not going to mess up something that works as well as Android.
Yeah, that lady the other day, the lady, I don't know what her name is. She was hating on them iPhone features though. She was like, I don't think that the video share is gonna work like they made it look on the thing. And the guy was like, it's gonna work. The guy was like, it's gonna work. Don't be mad. This isn't Android. It's gonna work.
No.
Yeah, Days is saying Fuchsia is out for first gen Nest. Well, I have a first gen. I haven't seen it yet. And next Chromecast, that's the only two.
George.
That's what I was saying. That's what I said in my article. I said, even if it comes out, am I going to be able to tell the difference? I'm not sure I will. So I'll keep looking for it.
They said Google doesn't. They don't make it look no different. It looks exactly the same. Like you have to go look at the about device and all that.
Exactly, and that's what I did to make sure I didn't have it yet.
Firmware number.
Yeah, and that's what I did to make sure I didn't have it yet. All right, Ted, you ready for the next article?
Oh yes. So,
right.
Fuchsia. Oh, you wrote this, huh?
The next article is Apple's iPad OS.
I changed the terms. A minimal update, I'd say, since this was more relevant in our conversation.
Well, you got the wrong article. That was the last article in the whole notes. The next article is the Apple's.
Yes, but this is more relevant to the conversation we've been having.
All right.
It's been almost 3 years.
Let me get there first. This is the article that I wrote last Sunday. Okay, let me go there. All right, let me share. Just messing with an old man's mind. Okay, there we go.
I'm about to say this on a glowing rectangle thing. So, Fuchsia, a minimal update, I'd say. Mobile Geezer said that on June 6, 2021. It's a 2-minute article, according to the thing. It's been almost 3 years since my last Fuchsia article, which was in July 2018. But in the past few weeks, something new has been added. Oh, look at that. You did a link in to your old article. That's a good for the SEO. Very good, George. For those that are hearing of Fuchsia for the first time, it's a new Google operating system. They've been working on it for almost 5 years, at least 5 years.
Yeah.
I gather that the purpose of the Fuchsia is to run cross-platform apps on any device with the UI looking the same on each device. If Google is successful, it would go a long way toward catching up with Apple, whose operating system has achieved that goal a number of years ago. What's new is that Google has announced it will be deploying Fuchsia on Nest Hub devices in the near future, a first step since Home Hubs and Google's other Cast devices, speakers and Chromecast, use CastOS as the operating system, which is the simplest system to start with. Smartphones and other hardware running Android devices are much more intricate and complicated and require much more extensive developing and testing. I would suspect that it will still be a few years before we see Fuchsia on these devices. What allows Fuchsia running across different devices is Flutter UI, a Google Home toolkit for developers designed specifically for mobile, web, and desktop applications, which are meant to run seamlessly across devices, given the same look and feel on each, as Apple already does. My Nest Home Hub has not yet received the Fuchsia update, as far as I can tell, though the look of the device is meant to be the same as before, so it may be a difficult difference to observe. To check, open the Home app, select your Hub device, click the wheel, click device information. Under technical information, there should be Fuchsia 1.0. But so far, Fuchsia is moving forward, and the thought of a new operating system is exciting, at least to nerds like me. We can hope that Google gets it right, deploys it to other hardware devices, and doesn't abandon it, as it has done so often in the past. How do you abandon a whole OS? The fact that the development
Google will
is at
show
least
you how.
5 years.
I was thinking the same exact thing, Will. I was thinking the same exact thing. If anybody can abandon a whole OS, Google can do it.
The fact that development is at least 5 years along is promising.
Maybe. I had to leave myself with some kind of hope at the end of the article, so that's why I wrote that. All right, so
I'm going to do the next one.
Yeah, let me go. Now we're going in order, back to the original order again.
Yep, back in order. Back to line, back to reality. But right now, Rent is saying Google might and Android and go to Fuchsia for the hubs only.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And then, okay, that makes sense. And then this. Yeah, and he's saying that's out, and he's saying that's Chromecast. Yeah. All right. Next article is Apple iPad OS. I'm sharing now. All right. Ted, you doing this one, or will you want to do this one?
He can't. He's on a phone.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. All right, go for it, Ted.
Boom. Apple's iPad OS 15 is a wake-up call for Android tablet makers. What?
This is an interesting article.
Ted doesn't like this article.
They make some good points.
Nigel's probably like, yeah, Huawei tablets are good. That's probably Nigel right now. Google, Samsung, and others need to step up or risk being left behind. Okay, who wrote this?
They're already left behind. Come on now. Who buys
John Fingers.
Who buys
they've been left behind. That's true.
This person, who wrote it? John Fingers.
John Fingers, yes.
Came out of a time loop. It's no secret that Google and Android tablet designers have struggled against the iPad in recent years.
This article
what's sad is that we all laughed at the same time.
The iPad came out. Whenever the iPad came out, Android tablets were dead. That was the end. I haven't seen
Android
somebody
authority
with an Android
writers,
tablet, and I don't even know how long. I don't know when's the last time I've seen one.
Android. I always say the thing with Android authority writers is they will always write shit in the first paragraph. Moving on. And that's particularly concerning now that Apple has introduced iPad OS 15. But let me say this for Nigel's sake. Even those Android bands that grew may have been doing so at Huawei's expense, the Android tablet market might not be dying, but it's not exactly healthy. Now, that's particularly concerning now that Apple has introduced iPad OS 15. The new iPad software plays catch up not just on obvious Android tablet features, but also on those advanced functions you only see from high-end rivals like Samsung. You said there were good points in
Right.
this, George.
Keep reading.
There are
good
even a
part.
few features that blow past what you will find. There's even a few features that will blow past what you find on Android tablets today.
Yes.
Simply speaking, the new platform should raise alarm bells at Google, Samsung, and others in the Android ecosystem. They risk losing what advantage they had if they don't take tablets more seriously.
When was the last
It's
time Android took a tablet serious? This article is this
Google
old?
that. Exactly.
Is this an old
That's what
article, George?
No, this article came out this week. Yeah, the date is I
Must have
can't see the
recycled
date
an
now.
old article.
Keep reading.
To some extent, this new release is about eliminating some of the common gripes that might lead you to buy an Android tablet rather than looking at the iPad range. What?
Yeah, that was my first thought. Who would look at an Android tablet rather than an iPad? But keep reading.
You got to buy
True
a
home
Walmart
screen-
tablet. The on.
True home screen widgets and an app drawer. They're here. A built-in web browser with extensions done. Apple overhauled its malign notification system too, so you won't miss Android quite as much as the miss alerts. They're welcome updates, but nothing earth-shattering. However, iPad OS 15 also rolls out some of the more esoteric features you would expect in the premium features like Galaxy Tab. Apple appears to have largely fixed multitasking. I don't know about that, Chief. With an interface that's often as good and as possibly better than what you would find on Samsung One UI. Yeah, they did copy shelves. There's
Yeah.
even a Samsung Quick Note feature that lets you quickly jot down a memo regards of what's on screen. You don't even need to hover or click a button. Yes, the more advanced feature already had rough equivalents in the Android tablet world for years, but they also show how far the iPad has come. How far? Apple has caught up to the point where caught up to what?
Because listen, you know what they're saying, Ted? I figured it out. They're saying because you remember when Samsung tablets were out, or they're still out, but Samsung had like that thing you said, the shelf, and they had
The
the
shelf,
pen, and you
the
could
note
jot
features,
notes.
yeah, with the S
And you
Pen,
could,
yeah.
So Apple has caught up to that, and Samsung hasn't moved. Like their tablet
Okay,
hasn't added anything.
here's my take on it, though. Let's say, and on the Android side, they do the 10% correctly, like that. But on the Apple side, when you've done 90% of everything right, who gives a damn about the 10%? Like, at this point, like, this is like Apple's 20th victory lap.
Yeah, I agree. But
Like,
I think
there is
what we have to
nothing
keep in
else
mind,
with the-
I think we have to keep in mind this is written from Android authorities. So
This article
Yeah,
is
like
shit.
it's
Doesn't
an
even
Android.
matter.
It's an Android website like praising Apple. That's what they all
Exactly.
do. Whenever WWDC comes around, they praise Apple. But
and you know what I noticed, Will? Every mention of a tablet Android is Samsung because they're afraid to talk about anybody else's.
because who else makes Android tablets?
There's nobody else that makes.
There's a lot of people who make Android tablets, but who the heck is buying them? Nobody.
No. I
Oh,
said
no,
there's
no, no.
nobody else
Ted, you
that
gotta
makes
go to
a
Walmart.
tablet worth a
Oh, actually, I
damn.
think
And buy
Ren's
that
has
one.
one.
No.
I think
Oh,
Ren
one.
had. I think Ren's has one. I think that Ren's. Don't you have a Huawei tablet? I believe so.
You know what you can do with an Android tablet now? You can buy it and like
No, Ren
Hang it.
said I'll just buy the iPad mini instead. So
you can just hang it on the wall and use it to control like your smart home stuff.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
make it
Dave's
like
one is making a
pad
point.
for your-
Dave's
What?
one is saying Android tablets need a good desktop layout instead of large phone apps, and that's been a complaint about them for a long time.
Yeah.
the one thing that
Just-
I would have loved that Apple did for the iPad was copy the decks that the Samsung tablets did. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, but
I'd have been
Ted,
happy
you
with
got Ted. Listen, Apple is not gonna do nothing like that because they want you to have to go buy a Mac. They want you to still want to buy an iPad. They're not
That's
gonna
true.
completely cannibalize. That's why I couldn't understand when everybody was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get Mac apps on the iPad." No, you're not, because Apple still wants you to buy a Mac.
A Mac. I agree. And the
They're
one
not
thing
gonna-
that I was kind of sad about when I said that's the coolest feature is I don't have a Mac right now. But you need a Mac
Yeah, they're-
to do this.
they're not gonna
And bear in
they're
mind,
not gonna make you.
this article doesn't
know.
even mention anything about that Samsung Dex feature. So
No, it doesn't.
no, so
So jump around wherever you want to, or we can kill it. It's up to you.
Did any of y'all have the beta for 12 on your phone? George, you have like 50 of them. You have it.
Yes, I have it on my Pixel 4.
What do you think? What do you think, George?
I am loving it. Well, I mean, I haven't used it that much, but I love these new, these much bigger icons and all that stuff. So, but
So what
yeah, so far, and I like the lock screen with the time. I like it so far. Best
Yeah, I
can
like
say.
the lock screen. So
Yeah,
who do you
I've been
think?
using it about a week and a half, something like that.
Will, you were about to ask a question. Who do you think? What? A cliffhanger. Darn.
Oh wait, Juan is in here. Hey Juan. Juan has a comment here. Still bummed iPad OS 15 didn't give devs any better access to the hardware and RAM with the M1. It's kind of echoing you a bit, Ted, isn't he? Never been more interested in running Dex on a Samsung tablet. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I said earlier that, funny enough, there's actually third-party developers who are doing more with the M1 chip. And I was talking more about Capture One. They were bringing the Capture One software over to the M1 iPads.
Okay.
And then Adobe in the slow time is actually working to make Lightroom more M1 friendly, but nothing on Apple's end.
I think I've influenced Ren's too much. His humor is starting to get very close to mine.
But actually, I'll read the last paragraph, but why don't you go ahead and just put Ren's last comment while I do it? It's the one before Juan's.
Oh, the one, okay.
Let me say this real good, yeah. And that would be a shame. Even if you're an iPad fan, Android tablet creators help keep Apple honest by pushing it to expand iPad functionality and performance. A concerted effort to revive Android tablets could help the entire category by giving you more choices for powerful devices. That's a win for everyone. Oh, okay, he saved himself. The writer saved himself there, the last two sentences. Okay.
Well, I got to agree with you guys. Who the heck is going having a number of people this last couple of months been talking about the Samsung tablet, the new Samsung tablets, and I keep saying, yeah, but it's still an Android tablet. I'm not spending my money on that. I don't care how good Samsung's tablet is. That's just
So
me.
who do you think won? Who do you think won this year? Did you think Apple's updates and improvements are better, or Android, or Androids?
I'd say Apple's only because they've done things that people have wanted for years. You know, on both the iPhone.
We're talking about software.
Android changes like I wasn't. I don't even know how to.
I liked it. I liked them, but I
was
think Apple's is better.
Disappointed. I was kind of disappointed in what Android did. I liked the new lock screen, but
give us a reason why you were disappointed.
They didn't, like you said, George. Like,
Well, wait, time out. Hold the phone. Look who's here.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, what? Where's Will? Where's Will?
Y'all didn't know that was coming.
Yeah,
come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see your ugly mug.
I didn't know that.
How come I got no picture of Will?
Huh? He hasn't. He's on the phone and he hasn't put it. All we have is his voice. All right, Renz, you got the four. Renz wanted the four horsemen, so you got him, Renz.
Yeah, here we go. What? Hello, everybody. Hi. I hope everybody's here. Everybody's having a good week and whatnot. I'm here. Hi. How you doing? How you guys doing? Hi, Ted.
Mike.
George. What's going on?
I'm very well. I'm doing
Good. So what are we talking about here? I caught some of it, but I was, then my son called, so I couldn't.
We did an article. We started off with an article about WWDC, and then we talk about some Mac OS, and we're letting Will rant. You know?
Oh,
So
this is going to be
didn't-
good. Here, let me sit back.
no,
I got
no.
got my iced tea.
I like the update. Like I like the clock thing, like you said, George, and I'd always understood how
Yeah.
makes the clock all big. But like
Yeah, he had.
the theme and
He's
the
he's
theme
talking
and
about
stuff,
the
you can't. From what
iPhone
I'm
12.
hearing, you can't.
I mean the Android 12.
You can't turn it off. Like it just does it. So what if you don't want to change all your stuff's color? You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
No, I think
they just
if I remember correctly, there was an article that said I think you could change one by one, but that's a real hassle. But I think you can manually change the colors too. I wouldn't
don't know.
want to.
I just think Android like added stuff just to say that they added stuff. Like I didn't hear.
But the
people-
stuff they
like,
edit,
people-
the thing is, the stuff they edit is visually kind of pleasing, and I think that was a lot of the point, don't you?
I don't like that. How those things are all big. I don't like that.
Oh, I do. Like everybody else I've heard likes it too. The big
You can't
icons.
even-
Have you seen
like,
them?
It takes away from your. You remember before how you could have like 5 things.
You see the big
12
app
or whatever.
icons, Mike? That's on
Yeah.
Android 12. Yeah.
They says to select a specific color that you want, Will.
Huh?
That's what they says. You got to select
Yeah,
a
I think-
specific color.
Yeah, you can manually change that stuff, but you're the first person I've heard say they didn't like the big.
Yeah, I
icons in
like the
apps.
small little thing. I like that better. I don't know, because I like it was you could have more on the space. Like you could have I forget how many it was, 12 or 9.
You know how bad I can be. He said I like the small icons. Now, of course, on my hub screen, it's got the rotating pictures, and every once in a while, a picture of you and Adam and Will and me standing together, and I'm like, well, yeah, he's standing next to me. Of course, he likes the small. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that. Will. Will smack me around if he was here.
Yeah, I was the shortest one in the picture.
Now,
So
one
Mike,
big
what's going
announce-
on, Mike?
What's this? What's going on? I'm picking up the pace here. So let's see what Juan's saying. Still bummed. iPad OS 15 didn't give devs any better access to the hardware and RAM with the M1. Never been more interested in running DeX on a Samsung Tab.
So my impression is that Juan was a little disappointed with it, WWC, and Ted is definitely a little disappointed in it.
Are you disappointed over the iPad OS
Yeah,
stuff?
that's why I'm disappointed. I think Apple did way better in the update wars than Google for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
You know,
Apple did bring it.
Just by the camera alone, just taking a picture with your regular camera app, and you can select text and whatnot, and then the QR
You know
code,
what?
you don't need
Apple is they're gonna Google. Everybody keeps saying that Google had Lens for all them years, but I barely
Mike.
used Lens because it was so much like I don't know. It was like work to use it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't perfect. Lens was not perfect out of the box and still not perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's Juan's comment about you being here, Mike.
I was gonna ask,
Thank you,
was
Juan.
the Google Pixel camera app and Google Lens like combined, or they're two separate apps?
It's in
What,
the app. I think it's in
it
the
Lens
app.
is
But you have to
in
go
the app,
to
but-
it and then choose Lens. Like Apple's is
Yes,
gonna
exactly.
just do it. That's what's got.
Yeah, the
that's
only
why
place
Apple's
I've
is
ever
gonna
been
be
able to
better.
get Lens is inside the app. That's true.
Okay, on my
I
LG
think-
phones, I have to go to a different app entirely. Like I have to go into the Google app to pull up Lens.
I think
Okay.
Apple's is just gonna work. Like you just open the camera app and it's gonna be able to just
Yeah.
do all that stuff. I forgot
But
all
can you
about
turn
that.
it
Man.
off?
See, you just made it sound even better.
But now, wait a minute. Are you guys? I'm sorry, I'm missing some of this. Were you guys praising something with the camera app? I didn't get it really. I didn't get into the weeds on it. I've been
No,
mostly in.
Mike,
Go ahead.
you're gonna be able to like, let's say you go out to the store, you'll be able.
Mhm.
to So I seen somebody test it.
Oh shit!
They were like, what?
Oh no, I was just reading Juan's comment. Like you can put Lens in a camera app or keep it separate. Then I went to go double check on my app on my LG camera, and yeah, there's where'd it go? Yeah,
I
there's,
didn't know
Oh, you
you
could
could keep it separate.
you could use Lens
Yeah.
anywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good.
Okay.
You know what?
It's gonna have
Lens
the
was
functionality of
heavily
Lens.
pushed in LG phones. Every time I had whatever LG phone when Lens first came out, Lens was there. A lot of I don't have my OnePlus phone, but I think it's in that already. So
Mike,
yeah.
what Apple did was you'll be able to like select text and all that stuff from the
yes, I
camera
saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
cut and paste.
that is cool.
But
Can
see,
you do that with the Lens,
do
though?
that, right? I don't think you can do that on Lens. I don't think you can look at something and copy the text off of it. I think
No, I don't think you
like,
can pull the text out of it. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a
now,
very
now
cool
you got
feature.
me. Now you want me to. Hold on. I'm going to see something here.
And I believe I've read that you could you could click on if there was a song title inside in your photo. I believe you could click and pull up the song too.
Oh man, see, Apple did it. Apple did good this time, man. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, look, I pulled up the text off of this,
Okay.
so you can grab the text.
Oh, you can. I didn't
copy
know that.
text. You can copy to computer. You can listen, translate, and search by me just
Okay.
doing what I did. So it is. I mean, I saw that. And you have to pardon me. I did briefly see that whole doing that. So
Yeah, look what Big House came with.
did someone say LG? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yo, Big
Big
House.
House.
That was a good way to come in, brother.
So who's
Mike,
liking the?
you were able to
yeah.
you were able to do it on your phone with Lens. You were able to do it.
Yep. Yeah, I just did it, and then, of course, immediately search for anything with Invisible Shield. Brought up all the ads, or if you're shopping for something.
Of course.
Now it's my bad. I rarely play with it. I think the 2 times it really helped me was QR codes. That's
Okay.
about it so far. But probably they did a lot of improvements
George,
to
did you see
Lens that
Juan's
we don't know about it.
Yes,
see
I
Juan's
put it up
comment?
already. This one, yeah, I got it right there. I had it up, but you guys were talking. Oh, Apple knocked it out way better. We didn't look at our Android phones to
Yeah,
compare.
that's funny.
Mhm.
And you see the face at the end, right? Okay.
You know why? Because Apple just Apple markets it and makes it sound so great. that you forget.
And that's what Apple does. That's what Apple does best. They make whatever they do sound like it's the best thing that ever happened in history.
Let me ask you, hold. With that comment, you're saying that they market it better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we see ads
Will
we see ads on the software?
George,
Renz gave
let
me
me
a
tell you.
donation. Thank you,
George,
Renz.
George, Mike, I'll give you an example. When
Go ahead.
what's this? The iPhone comes out in September, right?
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Renz.
guarantee you, August or the middle of September, you're gonna see commercials. Somebody will be walking down the street with their AirPods on, and they'll look at the sign, take a picture of it, and grab the text and put it in the note. And then
You really
share
think
a video.
you
They're gonna do
really
all that.
think
Listen, they're gonna
Apple's
do
going
all
to
that
make
in the commercial.
have
Yes.
feature a
Yes,
software
they are.
part?
Yes,
You really
they
think
are.
so?
They're gonna
That
put all
would not
that.
surprise me.
They're gonna-
I see
they're
people
gonna put-
dancing around in fancy colors
Mike, yeah,
and
Mike,
look at
listen.
that image.
Mike, wait.
Yeah,
Mike,
malarkey.
They do that.
Malarkey.
Listen, they do that with AirPods. Mike, they do that with AirPods. When was the last
They do,
time you
yeah,
seen a Google-
AirPods. They
when
put the
was
AirPods,
when
and
was
this
the-
guy's
yeah,
in it,
that's
and he's
hardware.
dancing, and
Mike, listen.
he's
Mike,
floating in the air. He's got
Mike,
AirPods.
I agree with Will
Mike,
100%. They
Mike,
will definitely
that's
make a
hardware.
commercial like
That's
that.
hardware. Mike,
Yeah.
Google.
No
when was
one's
the
going
last
to
time-
show
Mike,
that the
Mike,
software
wait.
portion.
Mike,
No one's going to
Mike,
show the
Mike,
software
I guarantee
portion.
you they are. Mike, listen.
No one's going to
go
show the
ask-
software portion.
Mike, go ask 5 people you know with an Android phone if they know what Google Lens is.
Oh no!
They probably never even tap the icon so that it makes you sign.
And
the little
when this
agreement.
new feature in the
Nobody
camera is
even
going to
knows
come out,
what it is.
will an iPhone person know they exist?
Yes, Mike, you know.
No.
If they make
They're
a
gonna
commercial, they
scroll
will.
Yes,
They're gonna
will.
Mike, if they make a
will.
commercial, they will.
Mike,
Nah.
because you know what they're gonna do. You know what
Do
they're
you
gonna
think the
do,
average
Mike.
Joe
In the
knows that
in the
their
iPhone,
can
listen.
scan
In the
QR codes?
iPhone, when you first set it up, it's gonna have that little tips thing. It'll probably open the camera, and it's gonna be like, you can do this, and it'll have that little light bulb with the tips. People are gonna know on iPhone. It's not like Google. Google doesn't market nothing. They'll have all
That's
these
true.
features, and nobody knows about it.
Yeah, I'd
Look,
be
we didn't
surprised
even
if
know-
Apple
wait,
didn't
wait,
make
how about-
a commercial.
wait a minute, not-
Ted didn't even know his LG phone had lens. And
Well,
Ted
of course,
didn't-
nobody knows
and I didn't
anything
know you
about
could get
lens.
lens
Ted
outside of the
is
camera.
into tech. So that's what Juan is saying. Juan is saying we were saying how good Apple's thing was. Google had it already, and we didn't even know. Ted, look at Ted. Ted's doing it now. Because Ted, how long you had that phone? 2 years. You never
About a
even knew.
year.
No, about a year,
Really?
I think.
Because Google doesn't market nothing. Google will
course
have all
Google-
these great features.
We know
and they
Google don't
never
market
tell you about
nothing.
it. So that's
Google
why
doesn't
when-
market.
that's-
No,
Mike.
all we
that's
see
why when
Google
Apple-
is on
Mike,
a
listen,
Super Bowl
Mike,
Sunday showing
Mike,
that
Mike,
all the great
Mike,
things they
here we
can
go.
do search.
Mike,
Here we
wait,
go.
Mike, you know when I was telling Ted about that feature where they had the three things, they had the Mac, the iPad, and the other whatever next to each other. Ted said they took that feature from blah blah blah. I never even heard of it on that other thing. Google could have had it yesterday, and I would have never heard of it.
Right.
Apple's
You
gonna
didn't-
show
you
you
didn't
that.
know
Right,
about,
but you
talking
know about it.
the
I'm telling you
Because-
that
because
all the
because
no,
listen,
I'm sorry.
Mike,
I'm sorry.
Mike, what sells products is marketing. That's why everybody
true.
gets mad.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
when
Wait a minute.
Apple-
Wait a minute. Are
when
you
Apple
talking
That's why
comes out-
Are you
Samsung and
talking
Apple
about
are ahead
certain
of
things that
everybody.
people don't know?
when Apple comes out with a 1080p screen and calls it liquid retina display, everybody's like,
That's right.
oh, it's
That's
whatever.
right.
But Apple made it sound good, so you want it.
They sure did.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't
go to
know
I
about
gotta
the
agree.
If you go to-
But
Mike,
they
Mike,
made
if
it what
you go-
at their
Mike, if
their
you go to-
conference
if
where
you
they
go to
or whatever.
McDonald's, If you go to McDonald's and it says here, you want this dried up hamburger where the lady put the mayonnaise and everything on all backwards, or you go there and they tell you it's delicious and fresh and flame broiled, you're going to be like, it sounds good.
Yeah,
Apple
but
makes everything sound good.
Here's Juan's comment. You are now talking about two totally different things, though. Whether a feature is better or whether a company
That
makes
is
it better.
very true. That is
Yeah,
true.
but listen,
And we average
you won't-
consumers are
nobody-
techies.
Thank you, Juan.
nobody-
That's what
wait,
I'm talking about.
Listen, Mike, listen.
Dude, just
Who's
put
gonna-
down the juice,
wait,
okay?
no,
Back
Mike,
off the
wait.
juice,
Mike,
man.
hold on. Mike, hold on.
We're back. We're
Listen,
definitely
Mike,
back.
Come on, man. Stop.
Mike,
Just stop.
wait,
All right?
wait,
You ain't
wait.
sharing
No,
the juice with us
no,
anyway,
no,
okay?
no. Hold on,
You've
Mike,
been
listen.
hogging the juice all
Listen.
these years, okay?
Mike, even if it's
Oh.
better or worse, right? Who has two phones to compare it?
Look at the
Who's sitting
comments.
there with two phones besides you or Ted or George? Nobody's doing that.
Nobody's
you're
doing it
gonna
right.
buy-
Wait.
so you're
What I'm
gonna
going to try
buy-
to tell you
So
is that
Mike, listen. Mike, you're gonna
Blah,
buy
blah,
what you
blah,
see.
blah.
So if you see it on Apple, you're gonna buy an iPhone. You're not gonna be like, let me buy this and the Galaxy and see which one works better. Nobody does that.
nobody does
Will-
that. Nobody does.
You see
No.
Juan's
just did it.
comment
What are you
about
talking about?
about your burger example, right?
I just
What?
did it.
What? I can't see it, George.
You just said Apple is a dried up old gross burger.
No. But nobody has the two things to compare them. So you buy it with whoever markets it better. Once you buy that one thing, you're gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
And
I don't believe the. I don't
Mike,
believe
Mike,
the marketing.
I gotta agree with Will. Why
You-
does Samsung and Apple lead everybody? They make more commercials than anybody in the world. That's why.
Yeah, but what
And
are they
Apple
showing in the
does-
commercial? They're showing crap.
But
Okay,
Apple
have you
does
seen a
have a way
Samsung
of making
commercial?
everything
Is people
sound like-
pushing a car and she's snapping a picture?
But
Oh, that's
but Apple
fun.
it makes it sound like it's the be all and end all, just like he was said with liquid retina. Yeah, they made it sound like it was the best thing that ever
Who
happened.
are the rest of us people who care? Okay,
All right,
the
guys,
person who's
guys,
going to
guys,
get an
marketing-
iPhone is going to because
Wait, hold on,
their
guys.
cousin and aunt got one.
Gary's in here,
Guys,
and yes,
if
Gary,
Apple
you
is
are
so good
absolutely right. But yes,
God,
that's why
hold on.
they're
There's
called
no
shoes.
marketing anymore. It's because
Apple
they
is
got
so
it
good
and
with,
she's got it, and I could do and they show them that look at my Snaptracks.
Mike,
They look great.
Mike, listen.
But-
Mike,
hold on.
Marketing
Get to that.
works, Mike.
All of that was marketing. They marketed
That's right.
it. They
Yeah,
all that
about
stuff
that
you're
marketing
saying.
though. About
you're
that
saying-
Wait a
marketing,
minute, wait.
marketing
Go-
is so good. Why is the iPad such a big hit over Android? Like, I was saying that Apple marketed the heck over iPads because we all know iPads marketing wasn't really worth a damn.
No, but that's different because iPad is just that much better than an Android tablet. That's just a
Android-
fact.
Android tablets exploded. On
I
themselves.
can't help. I just saw that little girl sitting in the backyard going, "What's a computer?"
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's the only ad that we know about for iPads, and we all make fun of it. And yet,
Yeah.
iPads are still the dominant thing.
Because why? Why is it dominant, Ted? I want to know what you think. What made it so dominant? What made it dominant?
The iPad.
Because the iPhone, and yes, to Apple's credit,
What?
they got it to all work together. Did they not? They got the.
I thought so.
And
Maybe
and
iPads
you know
just
what?
had Netflix.
And that's what started it all.
They showed you that
Yeah,
it'll all
Netflix
work
better.
together, and it's great.
And when it comes to the iPad, they're just 20, 30, 40 times better than any Android tablet. That's just a fact. That's just the way it is.
I thought it was just a simple fact that, if you get an iPad, it plays Netflix better. With an Android tablet, you have to worry about Wi-Fi and certifications.
Well, see,
It plays Netflix better. Come on, man.
Then I am the perfect
Come on.
example.
Are you serious with that one?
I have never watched 1 minute of Netflix in my life, and I still like iPads better. Okay.
There's always an
iPad is just better because it has better apps.
And it works better, and it does better.
George
It performs better.
George, you know why? You know why Will's on? Because he got an extra shot of juice in him. Okay, that's what. All right.
No,
Hey, it is WWDC
Mike
week. Come on now.
Mike is still in denial. I don't know why, Mike. You're coming around, George. Mike is coming around. He's
Even Gary says Android tablets are trash. Okay.
He's eliminating.
George.
He's eliminating products. He's getting rid of
George,
stuff.
show Juan's last comment about the Apple Legal and the Epic lawsuit.
I showed it before. I just didn't get a chance to comment because I couldn't get a word in.
Yeah, we talked
Apple
about
Legal
that.
just had to admit in the Epic lawsuit that as many as 20% of iPhone owners switch to Android every quarter. It's all smoke and mirrors marketing.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
but
the
George,
marketing
we did that
works.
Article. George, no, we did that article. They get them back every time a new iPhone comes out.
That's true. That's true. We did do that. You're right.
They get them back every time a new iPhone comes back.
Big House, I would recommend an iPad. I think we all would recommend. Wouldn't you, Mike?
I have nothing. I had iPads, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But it came down to choice and what works for me. But yes, I will say an iPad is great.
Android, Mike. You're always going to choose Android
because that's what I like. What works.
Mike,
what works
the bottom
for me.
line is: would you choose an iPad over an Android tablet? Yes or no?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't, George.
No, I'm a Chromebook person.
Okay.
I'm a Chromebook.
No. I said an Android tablet. A Chromebook is
no.
not an
I don't think I would keep the tab. I would buy an Android tablet and play with it and probably wind up selling it in 6 months.
Okay.
I tried to switch completely to an iPad to do my from video editing to my personal day in and day out, and I just couldn't. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me. So,
okay.
I don't
know. The whole point is, Mike, you got upset because
we went from a camera because it could do lens all to this. We just went on a train wreck.
Because Mike, Apple markets their stuff better. That's all. That's all it is. It might not be as good or whatever.
I'm sorry.
Fancy stuff and split screen.
No, there's nothing out there that they market that makes me go, "Oh wow!"
Windows on top.
All you're saying, Mike, is you don't buy the marketing.
Mike.
Most people do.
Mike,
wait a minute.
Mike,
go ahead.
You don't buy the marketing. Mike, listen. Okay, look. You don't. Mike doesn't. You don't believe the marketing. But
George, you wanted this, all four of us now, didn't you?
That's true. Yes, I'm enjoying it.
Mike,
and Juan's making fun of us all.
You don't like Apple's ego.
Yes.
You don't like their software. Mike doesn't like Apple's software, which is fine, but it doesn't mean that when Apple puts out whatever they market, it's better than Android. That's why people buy it. Look at messaging.
And Gary,
how do you say that their marketing does better? Now, if you were talking maybe 5 years ago.
Mike, have you seen
That's a good one, Juan. That's a good one.
Oh, no, don't even get started with the RCS crap,
no
okay?
RCS.
All right.
Are you going to start with RCS again?
No.
Because
no. I don't think Juan can handle this, okay? I don't think the rest of the audience couldn't handle getting into this. Oh, no. Yes.
We went from Apple
Mike,
knocked
we'll
it
see
out to
September.
Apple markets poor features better, which is probably true, I think. Yeah.
They do. They do. Apple markets their products. That's all. Apple markets it, Mike. That's all. Google.
But
Just like
how
we
can you
always
say it
Google doesn't
markets?
spend no money
Because
to
it's
sell phones.
Gary, the
it's-
Samsung Galaxy Tab 7 is it $329?
Yeah, everybody's been pushing that Galaxy Tab 7, and I'm still not going to buy one because it's an Android tablet. Period.
But
And
the
it's
thing-
better than the
But they don't
I've
do
never
it. There goes a bad marketing
never
deal
even-
because they don't show
George.
certain features. They don't push that tablet.
Can I
Wait,
edit
have you-
my can I
I've never
edit
even
my
seen a
4K
commercial.
video on
I've never
on the
even seen a
Samsung
commercial
Galaxy
for it.
Tab 7? My guess is no, but I can on my iPad.
You can do it. You could do
I've never even seen a
4K
commercial for it.
editing on
better
your on an
question-
Android phone.
Can
George.
the Galaxy Tab
But
7
can I
play
do it
1080p?
Have you
on
ever
an
seen a
Android
Netflix?
tablet? Because I can on my iPad.
Luca wants it. A Tab 7 with Dex is no joke.
This is the Tab 7, not the Tab S7, right? Like this is the budget Tab 7, not the Tab S7, not the Galaxy Tab S7.
Tab 7 with
7.
Dex is no with Dex, yeah, and I've never used Dex. Now, Ted,
See,
you use
and
Dex.
George is a techie and he's never used Dex. So the
That's
average
true.
person isn't going to be like, I'm going to plug it into my thing and bring out my mouse. And,
Well,
Why is
let's not forget George is
Time out.
76 years old too. You know?
George,
I think we
George,
need to
I know a
time
lot
out
of people with
because I think we're conflating
Samsung.
two different
Nobody
products.
knows
Yeah.
nothing
this
about no
Galaxy
Dex.
Tab. One
I
is the
know
Galaxy
about Dex,
I
Tab
just
7,
haven't bothered
that
to
has
use it.
Dex. The other is the
Mike,
Galaxy Tab
Mike,
7, the
here we go.
budget one. One doesn't have Dex.
Mike,
You
Oh,
can
my
look.
God.
Juan said, I see. I didn't want to stick my neck out, but Juan's saying there you can edit 4K on a 5-year-old mid-range Android phone. Oh, phone.
Yes, but I guess because we're specifically talking about tablets.
Mm,
Yes.
No,
Mike,
that's
And-
not the
and-
right
and
question.
yes,
use Dex, Mike.
No, Juan.
Yeah, Anthony,
The
in my
question
Project
is,
13,
can
he
you
edits all
edit it
kinds of
on
4K
the
video on
Tab
his phone. That's
7?
true.
Can you edit it on? That was the
Mike.
question, Juan. Can you edit it on the Tab 7?
Yes.
Not the
or
S7,
Android
the
tablet.
Tab
I would.
7.
Yeah,
The
what I
budget
asked
one-
was, can I edit
Wait a
my
minute,
4K
why-
videos
why-
on a,
Why couldn't you edit on a Samsung on the at least on the the high end? Don't they have one that has the high the big boy chipset in it? Like,
we had the budget was $329. That's the cheapest
Oh.
iPad that you can get now.
well,
And I'm saying at that price, what Android
why
tablet
can't you
compares?
edit 4K on a tablet? Why couldn't you?
all right,
They
Rick,
got
let me
editing
know.
apps. They got editing apps out there. It's the same. Okay, yeah, I know. It's the same editing
I
app
use
that's on.
KineMaster.
Is that what it is? KineMaster. Yeah, and there
I
was
don't
a
know.
few.
I mean, KineMaster
Juan
is
says, I
fun.
don't know if I can do it on Android tablet, and I'll never try one, and that's why Apple is better.
That's what
I'm
that's
not-
what George was saying. That's George.
Okay,
That was
Juan, let's
George.
say as far as I know, as far as what I know, kind of yes. I could be wrong. But if I'm
I
going
want
to
to see
edit
a-
on an Android tablet, how much money do I have to spend? That's the other
Yeah.
question.
I'll search it right now. Let me see.
Where's the-
Android tablet for $300. Yeah, maybe
Nah.
I can be pleasantly surprised.
All of it, yeah, great video editors, yeah.
Yes, and I used Power Director for a long time, but on my computer, of course.
I'm looking for one for $300. If you guys know any Android tablets, help me out. Make my search easier. I see something from Blackview. I don't like the name of that, but okay, let's go.
Yeah,
see what
Blackview's been coming out with. They've been sending me emails almost every day. I keep thinking I'm going to buy something from Blackview.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, everybody that's tried Dex loves Dex. I just haven't tried using it.
1080p screen, dual SIM.
Mike
13
used Dex
gigabytes.
yesterday.
I
What?
cannot see the SoC.
No.
Didn't you use Dex yesterday? Why?
For what? Me?
Forgot about it. because
Ooh, it's got
Samsung
6,000
didn't
milliamp
market
hour
it, right?
battery.
He's making fun of you, Mike.
Now,
If
You
didn't
guys
watch
talking-
the
you-
keynote, if you didn't watch the keynote, you never even saw Dex.
1,300 on just.
If you never watched the keynote, you wouldn't even know what Dex was. You'd have no idea.
Specifications. Let's see.
Huh?
IPS.
Nobody knows about DeX. Only us guys know about DeX.
That's true.
Exactly. Why
I mean-
not? Why don't you know about it? Because Samsung
Yeah, the only
has
people that
marketing.
I know that heard of DeX are techies.
But
How many people,
wait,
Mike, how many people
Guys,
know
look,
what a
listen, about this
Memoji is?
Android tablet thing for $300, Juan, you're more than welcome to prove me wrong. But yeah, I'm looking at the first thing
I
that
might-
came up, Blackview. Yeah,
Wait,
this
wait,
thing is not
wait.
editing in 4K. No, I have no doubts about this. I
Mike,
don't even think
how
this
many
thing can
people
play
know what
Netflix at
Memoji
1080p. Nope.
I don't. I've heard you guys maybe talk about it, but I have no idea how to play with
You
it.
don't know?
Is it on
You
here?
know what it is. You know what it is.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. No.
I'm listening
Galaxy
to Ted, and I'm
A7.
trying to listen to you guys at the same time.
Wait a minute.
Galaxy Tab A7. Maybe this is a more worthy foe for the iPad.
If you find something that you can share with me, let me
Wait a
throw
minute.
it up on screen.
Are you talking about the? You talking about those? Are they Memojis?
Yep. Yeah, you know. Yep, you know what they are.
I don't have my Samsung phone with me. Don't they have that same thing or similar?
Yeah. Hey, let me
I
grab a
wouldn't know because
Samsung.
Samsung doesn't
Yes,
market
they
it.
do. Wait. Let me grab
No,
a Samsung.
Samsung doesn't
phone.
market those
Okay.
ugly,
All right.
those AR emojis.
All right.
with
Can
terrible
I
face
say
tracking.
something here? Will, can I say something here? Wait a minute. Let me try and wrap my head around this a little bit. You're saying that because Apple's marketing, that's why people know about these new or going to know about these new features. I like you to show me right now. Send me a video that's a TV commercial from Apple that's featuring some of their neat tricks in software. That's all that commercial is going to do.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
No,
that's
not,
been
it's
out
not
down
gonna
now.
be
That's
all
a
of the
commercial that's been on
Check it.
here in North America.
Okay, hold on.
George,
Let
you
me
getting
find
load this?
I'm trying to follow.
Okay, but I want him to show me one of these Apple commercials where it's marketing
Okay, hold on.
the showing people here, mind you, North America, only
Yeah.
North America. Okay, don't. All right.
Okay,
That
hold
this
on.
commercial
Hold
is
on.
a prime time commercial that I go, oh, okay, I seen that commercial.
Okay,
Or
hold on.
or you guys. I'll even let you guys. Hell, I'll let people in the comments. We lost
Okay,
Ted.
hold on. I'm looking.
Okay,
Ted,
you
we-
look because
I hope he's
you
coming
keep on
back in.
saying you keep on talking about marketing. It's beyond marketing. It's making it look pretty. It doesn't show people today what this new phone, this
Ted, it says your
$1,000
mic
plus
is not
phone.
connected.
Ted left the building.
No, he came back in. There
He
you
went
go.
to. Oh, I thought he went down the street to go buy himself a Samsung tablet. I'm going to make a video right now.
But George,
Okay, his-
look at the comments.
Wait, his Gary, but his usual comment. What are you saying, Ted?
Now, you know what, Will,
It's
let me
in
just say
Dominic.
this. Wait, guys, listen to this. I just thought of, hopefully, he's probably going to shoot me down. But you want to talk about a marketing tool, a marketing commercial right now? I'm seeing more Google commercials about that whole accident thing where that guy had an accident and his Pixel phone went and called for help.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah,
It's not about, I mean, let's talk about this. Is the Pixel phone, do all the phones, do all the Pixels have that feature now, or is it just certain Pixel phones? I don't know.
I'm thinking it goes back to Pixel 3.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, but that's a sizable amount of phones who have that feature, and that's a marketing. Here's a safety feature here.
Okay.
I don't see that coming from Apple. They don't even. You know who did the marketing for when those people have this problem with their heart or something, or they're lost and about to watch.
Yeah.
It only makes it on a 5-second blurb on the news.
True. That is true. That is true.
If that, and it's not even Apple doing the marketing. It's all of us doing the marketing.
It wasn't, yeah. And the articles that came out about it weren't from Apple either. That's true.
It didn't stand front and center. You didn't get the newspaper. Well, who reads newspapers? You didn't get your news. It wasn't there.
He had an accident last March and it worked, saved his life.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you that it was not bad.
Oh, Renz is saying I was
Bet you
right.
didn't
Pixel
die.
3 and above.
Mhm.
And he's saying
So-
only in the U.S.
Okay, guys, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Do we hear Will? Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, that was cold.
Okay. Still waiting for the marketing one from Apple. Juan, you getting this, right? You getting a piece of this? All right.
Let me go back to the private. He just sent me another link. Okay. I get page not found. Ted,
Who's this?
on the link you sent me, I'm getting page not found.
Are you talking about the GSM Arena? Oh no, yeah.
You sent me a link in the private chat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm getting page not found when I click on it, Ted.
Just look up Samsung Galaxy.
Which one?
Oh boy, hold on. Okay.
All right, what am I looking up?
Samsung Galaxy Tab A7.
Okay.
That's not here in the States. Is it?
Yes, I'm sure it is.
I mean, it's on
No,
Amazon.
I thought that was
Amazon.
Europe.
Oh, you
Russia.
could be right.
It's on Amazon.
All right. Is it the one introducing Tab A7 from Samsung?
Maybe it is now. I got a link here for an advertisement. Buy now. Let's see. Now you got me curious. I'll be darned. $89 down now.
All right, I'm going to share this. This is what Ted wants us to see. Tab A7. Okay. Galaxy Tab A7, immersive entertainment. You can take anywhere, slim, lightweight tablet, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's see some of the features here. Slim, stylish design. Okay, that's not what we're interested in.
The trade-in. Wow. They
Immersive display. Okay, where's the specs? Big sound. Okay, this is just advertising.
It's 64 gigs or 32.
You could go to GSM Arena for it.
What do you that I can do?
Are you after just the specs there, George?
Yeah, well generally, but I know GSM Arena. And I know when you get on GSM Arena, you can just type in what you're looking for. Okay. Oh, I still have the.
Really, you think so, Gary? You really think Apple's created a world where people who has an iPhone 6s think that they are better than Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultras? I get what you're trying to go with that, Gary, but I'm sorry, people who have an S6 are the ones who just hopefully they'll have the money to be able to, either they don't want it just. Why should I get rid of this working phone, and I'm not trying to make it, a knock on somebody, but that's I don't even think to worry about what kind of phones the other person has.
But I think generally Gary's right, because a lot of iPhone people have had that attitude for many years. I think. Ted, can you see my?
I'm fine.
Where am I clicking, Ted?
Did Will go? One. Where's Will?
Will, did you?
Yeah,
Will's gone.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
It's the first one.
Okay.
This one?
Yep.
This one? Okay.
How come I can't hear nothing?
All right. Now we're all hearing it.
Okay. Now.
Oh, it's a commercial?
Yeah, it is a commercial about how great the camera is. And I do remember this, yes. But did you remember this ad? Did anybody remember this ad that came out?
I don't remember it, but I'm barely hearing it. So.
All right, hold on, George. I'll try and send it to you.
All right, Ted, we want to look at these specs, right?
Oh, wait, Will saying let him in, by the way.
Oh, I don't.
Wait a minute, he went to Apple. Go get this commercial.
Of course he did.
Share. Let me
All right,
find
Will,
that.
you're in. Okay,
So,
Will's
yeah,
here.
that's
Okay,
that's-
so Mike, so what
All right, let
happened?
me-
That was just one, Mike. I found one for you. I could have found Memoji. I could have found.
But these are these are these commercials really on TV today? Well, not today, but you know,
Mike,
in the
2021. Commercials barely
George,
run
put
on
it back.
TV now. Commercials on the
Well,
internet.
I'm waiting till
on
I'm
your
trying to
browser,
wait to keep
on
up with one or the other.
everywhere. They're on your browser, on your webpage.
Will, did you hear this? Did George can't keep
What?
up with us? George can't keep
No,
up with us.
I'm trying to.
We're doing good, Will.
Ted wants me to show this.
Go ahead. I'm
Specs
trying.
here. All right. Here's
the
here's the
$300 Android
Airbase
tablet
7.
competitor.
all right. So where are we going in here, Ted?
Yeah, I want to focus on the display and the
Okay.
processor. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it could hang with the.
Well,
with
certainly
the
not with
$300
display. Yeah, not with the display. I don't think. And where's the processor?
I know.
And you guys made fun of me, but again, I don't know if it could play full HD Netflix if it got the certification. Although maybe it did.
Wait a minute,
Samsung
wait a
might
minute.
be good about that.
Are you suggesting
But
that
can you
that
edit
this
it?
tablet can't play Netflix properly?
Yeah, I'm not a Netflix
A
person.
full-
So
No, it doesn't because the Netflix app is
On Android,
looks like one by one. it's a.
I mean, that's the thing with Android devices. You always have to check to make sure that it has wideband certification to play full HD and 4K Netflix content.
Ted, you know what though? The Apple iPad can't even play Apple ProRes or whatever that nonsense is called. It doesn't even support Apple's own video thing.
Yeah, saying all that, let me make sure the iPad can even play HD content, period.
and I'm just trying to display what
Where
you
did I
guys
go?
want
Where
me
did
to
I go?
display. Let's see. Big House still
So,
has
anyway, look at
a
this spec. Can that
iPhone
really edit?
7 Plus.
I don't know if it can
With
even edit
getting
4K
iOS
videos.
15, no need to get rid of it. And this is what Will has been saying for years. That's true. Gary says,
the
show one of
the
those
iPad
Droid
does
Razor
support
commercials
HD.
from back in the day. Yeah, they were great commercials, though.
Juan says I should have gone for the P11.
One save
But
for
even
one.
then, though,
Days gets the latest of
His 8-year-old
Missing a
iPhone
ton
gets
of
the
features.
latest, but missing a ton of features.
exactly.
but that's the thing.
Here, wait.
Juan,
Let's see what Juan's saying. Juan, if you want to
That's
go
the thing,
cheap on
Juan.
Android tablet and still support 4K video, I'd maybe go Lenovo, something like a P11. Okay.
That's the thing,
Look
Juan.
up-
The cheapest iPad tablet, for sure can edit the 4K footage, and for sure will have the better display to support Netflix in all its glory.
All right,
With an
Ted. Look
Android
up
tablet, you have to shop.
look up the Lenovo P11. See what you see, and let us know.
That's gonna do Friday night tech talk, more like Friday night homework.
Hey, you're the youngest one here. No, is it you or Will? I'm not sure.
No, I don't. I say Will's the youngster. I'll throw it out there.
Will, how old are you?
Will,
Will, did you disappear on us?
his thing's still there.
Yeah, I bet you he got up and went to another room. Oh, Oscar Rodriguez. Welcome, Oscar. You've been missing some great arguments going on here. Or Juan might say some teenage arguments, I guess.
Yeah. I just,
if I'm looking at
Okay.
this,
Go ahead.
yeah, Lenovo Tab 11, P11. but this is
Right.
the Pro, and it's $500. All right, you go ahead, Joker.
Well, I
gotta
don't
go
think
find the
$500
right one.
is so
This is
bad.
500.
Wait, which one is this
The
for
the cap
$500
is
bucks?
300. The P11 Pro.
What's a P11? Oh, Lenovo. Is
It's a
that what that
Lenovo.
is?
It's a Lenovo
Yeah.
tablet. Yes.
Yeah, Lenovo.
I'm gonna go with Lenovo.
Okay, so P11, that's $229. Okay, that's nice and cheap. P11.
Not the Pro.
$229.
He's saying.
Same. Yeah, same processor, the A7 662, Android 10. Oh, hold on. Okay, so it does have a full HD screen, barely, but it still has it.
P11 starts at 275. He's
4K
saying.
gigs. And the hard drive, UFS 2.1 storage, 64 gigabytes. Does it have an SD card at least? I
Does it?
don't know. Oh, no, hold on. There's two different P11s. What the heck? So the 279 one, same processor, same. This just has a more.
Yeah, one
RAM.
says it starts at 275.
I don't know.
P11.
Okay, so it's just looking at the regular P11 with 6 gigabytes of RAM.
Where
don't
can
know
I go
about the
shopping for this
Snapdragon
P11?
662 and how well it performs.
Get it from Lenovo themselves. Let's see.
Well, if Juan says it can edit 4K footage, then okay.
I'm
But
seeing here
the
for
He says it out loud.
Is
That's
the
230.
P11 better than the?
Okay, Juan,
Yeah.
so are you saying the base P11 is better than the base iPad?
Yeah, Juan, is that
I
what you're
guess the
saying?
bottom line argument here.
That's the main thing. Like I was having trouble finding a competitor, but are you saying that's the competitor to take down the base iPad? Do you want to put your money on this one?
Well, I think he might be saying it's just as good.
Just as good.
That's my impression.
I
Tell me
will-
if I'm wrong.
I will go buy a base iPad. Juan can go get the P11. We could set up some tasks, put some money on this. Whoever
Oh, you want to
loses,
put some money?
can only-
Now, wait a minute, Ted. You want to put money on this with a guy who's been doing this for years before you and I ever even thought of becoming techs? I don't think I'd go that way.
better than money. The loser has to stay using that tablet for all their computing needs.
Oof.
When
Oof.
you say it like that, then you're like,
Oh, here's the specs. Wait a minute.
So yeah, you gotta buy it from Lenovo, but you know,
Yeah,
again,
I'm
I guess
on the Lenovo page right now. So here, this is the P11, $229.99. Okay. Space.
I mean, you can get it for as low as $229 if you get
Where's
the
the
4 gigabytes
specs?
instead of
Okay.
6.
Text.
I'm at the specs right now. What do you want to know?
Is-
It's using a Qualcomm 662. Starts off
same with the
Android
A7.
10. It's up to 6
Okay,
gigs
here's the
of
specs.
DPDDR 4X solder for memory, 128 for storage. Now, how did you figure out?
Display. It's got a touch
How-
screen. I think that's pretty good. 6 gigabytes LPDDR ports. Okay. This seems pretty good. Quad speakers. Dolby Atmos. I think Juan's nailed it here. This looks pretty good.
But the whole thing is, this whole thing
No,
was to be
okay.
able to do 4K video.
Put
Yes, to be able to edit 4K video.
Can
If
you
he's
watch
telling me
Netflix?
it will,
Is
then I
it?
gotta
Can
buy
you watch
that will.
Netflix
Yeah.
on it?
it was George.
Oh, here we go. Thank God I don't watch
George asked
Netflix.
if George asked if there was a $300 tablet. It was George that asked if an Android
Okay.
tablet could under $300 or $300 could do edit 4K video. I'm just
All
saying,
right, so
what
Juan
$300
nailed it.
tablet can compete against the base iPad? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Juan,
could
you've
get
got
the,
me interested enough that I might have to go out and get one of these. We'll see.
I'm asking about
Mhm.
better. George was the one who was asking about what's better for 4K.
All I'm saying, all right, he's saying, here's what he's saying. Not about better. You asked what Android tablet under 330 could handle. That's exactly what I asked. That's true.
That was George. George said that. I was just asking about which
I
is
said
better
that.
at $300.
I could wreck you in
I'm
a
pretty sure I
showdown.
could wreck you in a showdown on a mobile video. Yeah, Ron, that's not fair. You've done this stuff for a living.
Yeah, Juan. Don't be a bully. You never know.
And Oscar is saying, I honestly think the best value is the iPad Air. Okay, so he's throwing the Air in there.
But there is $50 more, right?
Yeah, power to performance wise.
He says he's recommending you give Dex a
All
try.
right, Juan. I'm going to have to give Dex a try. I will try to get it done, at least trying it this
You've
weekend.
never tried Dex, George?
I have never taken the time, really.
Damn.
Oh, that is, if I could hang on a word on that comment right there. Juan, we need you for marketing for Android, okay?
I think you just made Mike's day.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know
where's Mr. Will at, man? I'm trying to message him.
You send him a text. That's what I was going to
say. I did. I said, where are you? Oh, man, that's good. That was good.
Well, our time has fleeted away. But
in the end of it all,
go ahead.
In the end of all the, I mean, I know, I hear what Will's talking about marketing and stuff, but I don't know. My eyes been open lately to trying to take in different things away from doing this tech. To talk to
I saw your tweet yesterday.
My tweet, yeah. I mean, I'm partly bored. I'm also, I'm very big on for a while now of
thanks, Juan.
leaving this little globe of tech hype and seeing what really goes on outside of it. And that's the thing. I mean, I wish Will was here. I know he'll be jumping on me, but I'm sorry. I got people that just don't care. They don't care about these features. They just wanted that new. I will admit, the last few people I've spoke to first off, they're all iPhone users, and they all want the 12 Pro. Right? When you talk new phone, they want the Pro. They want the extra camera. Right. And I try to say, why? Why do you need to spend the extra money for it? Well, it gives you better pictures. And
it is nice having the extra, I have to admit. And that's why I brought the 12 Pro also.
But for them, I mean, I just know I
would say the 12 Pro camera almost very close matches the S21 Ultra. Not quite, but real close for me. But I have said in the past, the S21 Ultra has the best camera I've ever seen.
Could you, in your heart of heart, say, go get a 12 Pro to somebody?
Yes.
You could. You could honestly say, okay.
But if they ask me, is that the best? I'd say no, the S21 Ultra is.
I would say get the 12, not the 12 Pro, but
yeah, I just can't.
No,
I can't recommend.
I would definitely recommend the Pro over the 12.
I can't.
In fact, I'd even say get the 11. Just don't even forget about this.
And that's where I go and lead off to. If you want a Pro series, then get the 11 and save yourself some money because.
That's pretty much true. The 11 is awfully close. Remember, I've done comparisons with the two, and all the subscribers said they were awfully close.
The 11 has better battery life because it doesn't have 5G.
That's true.
Bear that in mind too.
Yeah, I have.
But the biggest thing is when people talk about it is they talk about the last few that come to mind is I want a good camera.
Right.
and they're all X. They're all, I shouldn't say X. They're all coming from, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, and they all made the leap to 12.
And Gary's saying when the Pixel 6 comes out, he's getting the Pro. And if I end up getting a Pixel 6, I would get the Pro too. But I'll probably wait for the 6A, like I always do.
I have wanting to. If
Juan is agreeing with you.
11's better for gaming.
Gaming, yeah.
And 11. Well, 11 Pro, 11. I can't even if you got to get, all right, fine, the Pro, but
And
why
Big
not
House
just
is
an
being
iPhone
more-
11?
And Big House is being more practical than everybody. It'd save even more money. in getting
You know
that
what?
stuff like this.
You Big House, I'm with you on that, because I'm if I was to make any kind of move, my nephew might be getting my
I would still recommend the 10. It was a great phone. I just traded it in for my 11.
Mm-hmm. Right. But I want to see, I want to see what these phones can do. I'm on the fence about, if I give my nephew my iPhone SE, then getting back to Big House's point is, I would get an XR, because I do admit the size of this phone is nice. It's nice, small, but man, when it comes to doing stuff, it's just too small for me. But the whole point of me having this phone is I want to experience what the software is going to do. I want to see how well my Pixel 4a 5G ages. I mean, I sold my Moto phone. Go ahead.
Here's Juan's comment. That's a good comment. I mean, especially
11
with
is
like you.
yes, yeah. 11 is a sweet spot. It is definitely has me looking at times, but the XR, I'm being cheap. That's all I got to say. I'm being cheap. So,
And the 10R is a good phone, but the 11 is better.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera's better. The camera's between the 11 and 12.
No, I sold my Moto phone. I sold my Moto Edge.
Oh, okay.
And I sold it because why have something sit around here that I got my money back on it.
Very good. Very good. And Big House just gave his SE to his 11-year-old last night. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My sister-in-law was talking about giving Liam
Here's a typical Gary comment.
If I was high on drugs and drunk and had probably would be
So in a not so nice way, he's saying Juan is right.
Will, you disappoint me. I'm surprised you didn't. Why didn't you come back? What is your problem, man? I put him up to a challenge. He shows me, and I'm going out of my sandbox. Wait till I talk to him.
See, Touch ID is a lot of people would be missing that because everybody loves Touch ID.
Yeah, I know. That's the only other thing about leaving this phone to go to another phone is the Touch ID is nice. I mean, the size and the Touch ID is what I do like. It's just at times that again size. I miss the phone. Well, about this size.
And that's the nice thing. Right now, I have my Pixel, which is my small phone. I have my S21 Ultra, which is my big phone, and I've got the iPhone Pro in the middle.
It's kind of in the middle. Yeah. So I have to say too, talking about phones,
speaking of Filmic,
what's that?
I was going to say
Ted?
something about Filmic. They were supposed to put out that feature on the Filmic app where you can record with all three cameras, but all they did was make that separate app.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or did I miss an update?
I didn't.
And
hear
is
about
that
it.
for iOS
I
only?
remember hearing it was supposed to work with all three cameras, but that's the last I heard.
Yeah, that's for iOS only.
And Oscar, you make a good point. The one thing that drove me crazy last year with the iPhone 12 Pro was every time I had on my mask, I had to type in my code because I couldn't read it. Now with my Apple Watch, now I can. It will unlock with have it on. Yeah, and Juan is agreeing with your filmic fumbles that.
But George, you didn't use this. You have to put a face on the face mask and then retrain the Apple ID so that whenever it sees your
Yeah,
face
and that's
mask
what I'm going to
as
do
a
every
face,
time I want to
it's
unlock
a-
my
it's a
iPhone. Yeah,
face.
yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah,
It's
sneak the mask off real quick. Oscar, I'm 76 years old. I'm not that fast anymore. The only time I'm fast is if I'm boxing. Other than that, I'm not so fast. Okay, I try to be fast on a tennis court. I'm pretty
so you're
fast when I'm in
fast
the
with
ring.
your hands, but you're not fast enough to sneak your mask off with your hands.
These days, my hands are fast if I'm defending myself, which I'm pretty good at. And my feet are not as fast as they used to be, but they're still extremely accurate.
I understand. Fight or flight. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't run, so I have to stay in the shape to fight, and I do.
Oh, what's this? A Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite at $300 can dual record video. So he's saying that it can record with the wide angle, ultra wide angle, and the main sensor.
That's pretty cool. At $300, that's pretty cool. I keep meaning to get a Xiaomi phone, and I just haven't gotten around. There's too many phones I can't afford everything. And now I'm thinking about
tell me about this Filmic, Ted. I mean, I went to the App Store, and I see Filmic Pro.
Right.
What is it?
Now between Juan, who's done a lot of professional stuff, and Ted, who's our photo guy, you're asking the right people.
Filmic, man. There's all kinds of Filmic stuff. And they want money for it too.
Oh, look at that! Look at that, George. We got a test drive.
When I'm done with my. Yes, I would love to one, please, very much so. That's very kind of you.
Now he's gonna expect that from all of us, Juan.
Well,
we did that once. We did that long ago.
That's right. We already had it for Mike.
Mm-hmm. What was that? What was that one phone? One and done. See, that's sad. We forgot what it was.
That's sad. Andy Rubin. Andy Rubin.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing you can think of. That's the only thing we can think of is Andy.
Ted, what was Andy Rubin's phone?
Essential.
And,
Essential phone.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all took turns with that.
Yeah, because Mike had it. And then he let
Will have it
3 weeks, and then I had it for a month, and then we gave it back to Mike. Yeah.
And we sat around and talked about it.
A while, Oscar. That's all. Oscar and Big House both nailed it right away.
Oscar's talking about the V30 and how it had log mode, which I think that was the last one that had log mode. I don't know why LG killed it after that.
What is log mode?
Log mode is when you record on a flat color profile so that you can just add the color back to the video, so you don't have to worry so much about overexposing shots too much, or give it your video.
Big House still has his Essential phone. Wow, that's heavy duty.
Really?
For me, the more I found out about Andy Rubin, the less I wanted an Essential phone, and that's where I stayed. I just in the end, he turned out to be, in my opinion, a total garbage dirtbag. And I wouldn't buy anything that he had anything to do with. That's just me, though.
What if he was selling his island off to Japan for $1?
This is not somebody I would have anything to do with for any amount of money, period. You have to remember, Ted, I measure everything that's important to me against what Jesus wants. That's how I measure things. And I've never been a money guy. one of my close friends, he was a financial advisor, and he worships money and makes no bones about it. He always hated the fact that I've never been into money very much, and he thought it was stupid. I just never thought money was all that important, and I still don't.
Yeah, it's not always about the money after all. Some things money can't buy.
And to me, there's a lot of things a lot more important than money. You guys right here,
what else can I
Juan,
not buy?
you know,
The affection
Renz,
of a woman.
Nigel, all of you are more important to me than money.
Juan's out of here.
The
Thank you,
child
Juan.
of-
All right, Juan, thanks very much. You contributed
stopping
so
by.
much. And thanks for the offer. You send me
Yeah.
a tweet whenever, or a private message, and I'll jump all over that, sir. That man is. I've said to people that man is so nice, proving my
Nice,
point. You're welcome, Renz.
So in the end of all this,
Yeah.
did
I
we
definitely
prove
think that-
did we prove a marketing is the key here?
Well, here's the thing.
It certainly,
I
it
think
certainly
Juan made
helps.
some of the most relevant comments. His comments kind of added up to, so marketing is really what makes a difference, not quality. I think that's what the stuff he said meant, and I think that is true. And I think that's kind of Will's point. You're selling people on an
Marketing does play a
idea,
hand.
and they buy into it. Whether it's true or not, I think has nothing to do with it. That's the
And
thing.
and Ted, what do you think? Is marketing
Yeah.
that much more? I mean, is it that important now, especially with these Apple
Yeah,
and
okay,
Samsung?
Mike,
Yeah,
if it wasn't true, why are Apple and Samsung the biggest sellers in America? Always. Who markets the most? Apple and Samsung, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like why is BBK one of the best smartphone makers in the world, wholesale smartphone makers? It's because they follow the owner's principle. You make a good product, and then you market the hell out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
BBK's one of their own OnePlus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
OnePlus. What are they?
Oppo.
Reno. Oppo. Yeah.
Oppo.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
You just
and
make
I
a good
think
product,
Juan's
and then
point was it doesn't even matter if you're telling the truth. The marketing is what does it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not saying it doesn't matter to me if you're telling the truth, but to people, if they're buying what you're saying, that's what sells.
And the problem is, once people buy it, they just say that shit endlessly, and then they're marketing for you. Like,
Exactly.
for now,
Okay,
for the rest of
okay.
their
It's
life,
the old thing. Repeat something often enough, and it becomes true. Whether it is or
But
not.
what about the type of
Alex,
marketing?
well-
What about the type of marketing that these guys are doing today?
I think
Oh,
Apple's
there
still
it is.
doing what Apple does. Apple makes things sound like it's the best there is. Whether it is or not has little to do with anything. It works.
The marketing works.
Yes. Oscar's saying.
And Oscar, I see
if
Oscar's.
They didn't mark their exclusivity with their invite only thing, they would have never. That's probably true, even though we all hated
And his
the
next
invite
one
system.
was flagship killer.
And that's true. Those were the two. You're right. Those were the two things that put them across. The invite thing made them a big name, even though most of us hated it. And then flagship killer.
I guess maybe because I'm expecting something to come across marketing wise that makes you go, well, that's something smart, or that's pretty interesting. Let me look into that. I see when they do these commercials, I just see all I see is them having special effects or
you're seeing
you know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of slick. You're seeing slick, and that's
Slick,
what
yeah.
Apple is better at slick than anybody. I don't think Samsung's anywhere near that good at slick.
And I
Apple
shouldn't.
does it well.
Yeah, and then when that Google ad came on about the car accident thing, I kind of like, oh, okay, yeah.
And see,
but
Oscar's agreeing with my point. Apple makes things sound higher end when it really isn't. They come off, well, the celebs use it, and that's true. That's true. That's why I said it doesn't really matter whether it's
And
true. or not.
Samsung for their marketing.
Yeah.
Samsung for their marketing. They just they pay money to make fun of Apple.
So-
they come across as haters.
And they also hire celebs.
Extra point to Apple.
Yeah. So it does work. At least
Well,
it
look at
works in
Michael.
America.
I had T-Mobile, but look at my case.
Yeah.
For coverage, I was in T-Mobile in Little Old Roy City. I went to Visible because they use Verizon, thinking that Verizon has the best network in rural America.
Right.
When in
Right.
fact that was not true. They suck worse than T-Mobile, but everybody kept saying
Right
it,
here
but
where
now
you
they've
are,
been
yeah.
told.
Yeah, I can see that where you are. That's true.
But they market themselves as the king that for having
Exactly.
the best,
Exactly.
and so
Look at Apple
Anyway.
AirTags. They are nothing special compared to Samsung SmartThings or even the Tiles.
Yeah,
But Lord knows, did you guys just give them free marketing? Because everybody kept saying, talking about
everybody did. Yeah, that's true. Everybody.
yeah,
kept
Oscar
talking
says they
about
used to work at Verizon.
it. Okay.
So
well, yeah, they suck in Voice City, Oscar.
Well, you can tell it's
But-
spring here because something just flew in here.
oh, it did.
It's dead now.
And we sucked sometimes.
Well-
He's like, and we sucked.
Well, guys,
He used to work at Verizon, and it's past 10 o'clock. But we should say it. We didn't get to a lot of stories, but we
because we broke it,
the
we busted it up. You know what I mean? We came in here. And
you and Will need to come in every week and bust it up.
I like to say it's just one of those good days I had. I had a good day at work. I had a fairly decent work week, and I'm not exhausted and wiped out, and pretty easy weekend coming ahead. So I almost came on last week, but by the time I ate dinner, and it was like, oh, I'm so exhausted from work, and I was just like, no, I just didn't have the energy. I felt it was like, okay, let's get on here, So
we're glad anytime either of you come on, and we love it. And tonight was awesome. It was just like the old days.
Yeah.
I think Renz enjoys it more than anybody.
Yeah. So I'm so happy to see Juan stopping in. I'm happy everybody to get to see everybody. Renz it was in here. Brian, I saw Brian already.
Thanks, Gary.
Put out there. He put something out there saying, he posted something here. Oh, replay crew. Yeah, he was already out there putting the replay crew out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
So
right,
I saw Eleanor. Eleanor, if you catch this, hi, how you doing?
Yeah, Eleanor was on inventory yesterday and today, so she's pretty exhausted.
Okay.
So I was surprised she even came in at all. So, all right, guys, thanks for coming in. We had a great show. This was probably my favorite show of the year. And Mike and Will, you have a lot to do with that. So, see what Big House is saying. Great to see you guys together. People just love it when you guys are here with us.
I know.
Hey, I'd send them the link every week, but I'm
House.
just grateful they came in today. Ted, we're on yours next week, yes?
Ted?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be on mine next week.
Okay.
All right. Well,
everybody,
people send a
have
link and we'll see
wonderful-
what next week brings, okay?
All right. Awesome. Have a blessed weekend, and we will see you next week on Ted's channel. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.